That is the Russell Balding. It now gets to the $10 million Golden Eagle 1,500 metre race. Brilliant race. One of the races of the spring. Shame some of these aren't running in other races like the Cox Plate and some miles, but it is what it is.
I imagine.
Well, let's not talk about the Epsom. Golden Eagle, very solid speed here, Liam. I got fully lit across from the front from 14. Crystal Clear he might be able to follow Crystal Clear over. You got Shangri-La Spring drawn incredibly wide from 17. Perfumist kicks up from barrier 1. Then we've got Mayfair. Linebacker won't be far away. Seapools has shown speed in Group 1s in the past. So it looks a hot speed and high pressure Golden Eagle.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Had all of those up there, and Linebacker is the one that from barrier 5 you think that they'll try and sit behind that really hot speed. I think we might be in danger of trying to overcomplicate a race that is got a budding superstar. So I love the fact that there's a lot of pace in this. Autumn Glow, J-Mac can just find their way from barrier 9. If they get a nice, easy spot near the speed, great. But otherwise, they can sit midfield here, no problem there. I think the Waller Grand Final factor, I think you can probably give another half a length to a length on that really strong Epsom rating. And once you get there, there's only a couple of chances here that can get even close to her. So I think Linebacker, Evaporate, and the Japanese horse Panja Tower. I think we'll go to Trent to tell us a bit more about the Japanese. But and then Seppels is the one that I think is probably a little bit overs in the market so far. But for me, this is just an Autumn Glow special. We're getting black figures about a star that's 7 from 7 and about to go 8 from 8. So take your 228 on the fair now and just enjoy the ride.
Interesting. Before I have a spiel, I'll let Trent talk.
So, we've got a lot to say here. So,
How long have we got?
First of all, Golden Eagle, I think the key lead-ups have been the Epsom and the Toorak, because I think a fast mile was the best lead-up for this. So, you look at the Epsom, 12 runners have come out of the Epsom for 2 winners, Colette and Colding.
Fast mile. Yep. So
in
not
general,
the Epsom
in general. Market's expected just under 1, and you've got an impact value of 3, which means that they're winning 3 times more than would be expected by random chance.
Right.
The Toorak, you've got 8 runners out of that for 2 winners. I'm Thunderstruck, I Wish I Win. Market value, impact value of almost 5. So they're winning 5 times more than they should. And the Silver Eagle, 26 runners for 0 winners, and the market's expected just over 1. So I think these
0 winners, pen them all.
Yeah, pen them all.
Yep.
So going to the Epsom first of all, I don't think it was overly strongly run by Autumn Glow. I think she ran a better time figure in the Theo Marks the start prior, but she carried 54.5 kilos there, and she was giving fully lit 6.5 kilos at weight for age in that race. Once we look at the historical ratings on the time form scale of the Epsom, she comes out as the equal 5th highest rating Epsom winner this century. And I think, if anything, she was the least suited by a dash home in an Epsom. It wasn't a slow tempo, but she's like they have run home quickly. I think she's the least suited by that in that race, because I think she wants more ground and she wants more of a test than that.
I can't cop that.
I think she's a 1.5 mile horse.
She might be, but they handed her the race. They let her come across from barrier 12, settle outside a really slow tempo. Nothing challenged her.
I reckon if
they gifted her, they watched her race away.
If they went faster, she wins by a lot further.
Well, that's fine, but they just didn't give anyone a chance anyway.
Tell me there's an exchange out there, mate. You put up whatever price you like.
Well, it was just an awful race. And you said for 2 weeks or 3 weeks that other races have ruined the Epsom, and it was a garbage edition.
The winner's good.
The winner's good.
And you got Pericles in there in
Swift
third.
Falcon running 4th.
Yeah, again, like 50 kilos though. Autumn Glow's giving him 6.5 at weight.
You know what a handicap is?
4.5 kilos.
6.5 at weight for age.
Yeah, so.
Well, that's a decent amount. And Pericles is, coming off a big tramway win first up over Private Eye and gets into third late, he's a classic.
I just thought it was a non-event.
He just doesn't like when we don't find Cliff Brown runners. It's
no,
as simple as that.
You should.
So looking at our weight adjusted ratings in this race, Autumn Glow is pretty comfortably on top. She's 7 pounds clear of the next highest rated runner, so about 2 lengths or so, and that's Evaporate through the Toorak. Like I said, the Toorak has been a very good lead into this race as well. I thought Evaporate was excellent there. He, given away weight to Transatlantic, who's come out and won since. He had to cover ground. I thought he was probably the best run in that race.
He was, yep.
And I think he's probably the best horse in that race. I thought the market with Seppos, and I know you're probably going to touch on this as well, was very interesting. I thought that price was wrong when he started 250, but you have to respect it because the market wouldn't come for something like that in a handicap without there being something there. He's almost 20 to 1, and I think he's a decent price. And just quickly on the Japanese horse, so Panjatao, we've got him rated 118 at Racing and Sports, which is the same rating that Ascoli Pacino came out here rated, and it's a bit higher than Oban Boomerang. So the market absolutely smashed Ascoli Pacino when she came out here. It didn't run up to expectations. I will say I think Ascoli Pacino had a bit better of a profile. There was like she was favoured in a lot of these races. Panjatao has been like 25 to 1 when he's won his Group 1 race. So I think he's probably somewhere in between Oban Boomerang and Ascoli Pacino. Whether that's good enough to beat Autumn Glow remains to be seen, but that's kind of where he sits.
So you love Autumn Glow?
I think she's about her right price. After all that I've said, like, you're not saying that she's going to be $1.80 here because that's just crazy. But I think
$1.75 in the weakest Epsom in the last 20 years. You said you've been canning the Epsom for 3 weeks.
I just said it was the equal 5th highest rating Epsom.
I know
this guy doesn't listen.
I can't wait. It was a slow time. So
the time's not that slow.
Perfumist ran faster time 3 races earlier over a mile. So they've run slow time. And
you better be laying Autumn Glow.
I
Otherwise,
am.
I'm sick of this.
It's a ridiculous price. You took $1.75 in the world's worst Epsom that Trent was canning for 3 weeks, and now he's taking $2.20 in a much stronger race. I can't work that out, to be honest. They handed Autumn Glow the race in the Epsom. As you mentioned, the SP profile of Seeples is really interesting because they came for it in the Toorak. Brilliant win in the Rupert Clark before then. I can make a case, huge price. Evaporate was the run. I'm laying the other Silver Eagle form as well. Linebacker way too short for me, so I'm laying Autumn Glow and linebacker and backing a few like the Japanese and Seeples at a price in the Golden Eagle.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.